guess we'll see if it's going to look as good for them with this lineup. I'm a little bit nervous. You know, they were asking, how is it possible that MagMa wins? You buy Ags on Lycan, you get Tusk to level 25, and then he's just, you know...
Yeah, just the standard Dota 2 stuff, just get that level 25.
CS right
It's
there.
going to be tough. You know, you're playing 1, 2, 3, 4 melee heroes into Magnus. It's going to be rough. Like, one good thing they have, like, IG also kind of counterpick themselves with the Mag into a Baton. You catch a Baton, he pops the borrowed time, gets the aphotic shield on someone. It's still going to be tough, you know, it's just a situational thing, but overall, like, Mag is just gonna go ham. Troll this game doesn't need to go for the Battle Fury because he will have that empower. A lot of scaling coming out from IG. Magma's on timer. Like, their lineup is not good late game.
I'm worried about their mid for Dust. Like, it was... Emo was kind of taking over in the last one, and now with Magnus, I feel like this matchup might be a little bit easier for him to kind of have a much better time in lane.
Yeah, Magnus is going to take over. I love that. You know, Magnus against MagMa, starting with the Bracer. This hero has 820 HP, level 1. 7 armor when he's close to tower, a lot of HP regen, has 80 damage, Puck has 60, so you have 20 damage plus on the hero.
Right. And then you just got the Empower. Are you looking to max Empower early, or is this like one of those maybe 2 levels?
Yeah, for sure. Like, you do not want to fight Puck, max your Shockwave, you don't benefit from it. It's the old Mag, you know, type of a build.
Right. So it gets a... 2 CS in that first wave. I know it says 3, but he was the one who got the Wolf that came to the high ground. So
it counts as a CS, not in the mid lane, but if it's on the board, it is there.
It counts. You know, I was just saying that first creep wave in general. Just I know it said a number higher, but he had just gotten 2 from that first creep wave, so Puck did okay in that first one. 5-0 right now, and already ahead of the Magnus for the moment. Trying to think about this lineup for MagMa and where their openings are. Like, obviously, you're trying to work with the Lycan early, but this is a tough lane for him. And he's already dealing with a lot of trouble against JT and Kaka. Like, it's always these lineups where it's the double stun.
Double stun, you're playing Mars into 2 melee heroes, so that whenever they get close, you have a God's Rebuke. Easy setup, especially with the Lion. Now they're level 2. So a lot of kill potential. If Kaz puts himself in a bad spot, it could potentially be the death of him. Baton's base attack time is pretty insane, actually.
It's not that bad, right?
Yeah, he also has a cool-looking sword.
It's a lot of power to put into such a long sword. That swipe feels really fast. Because, you know, you're trying to move the butt of the sword as quickly over. It's like baseball mechanics. Not that I can really explain that well. But, you know, now you've
I don't know baseball. I never played it.
Stun. Then the spear on the Kaz, breaking through the aphotic shield. You know, I'm wondering how often they're going to go after Shylock, how willing or how comfortable Kaz maybe is of even pulling this creep wave, because if he's away from Shylock for a bit too long, all of a sudden the double stuns come out, God's Rebuke, there's one already, there's the spear. Ooh. Actually hits like a gap in between the trees where he doesn't end up landing the spear, and it forces a salve from Shylock.
Kaz needs to be careful. One more stun plus a spear. That's a lot of damage.
He's working with 2 charges now, 3 on that stick. But this should be first blood, will be for JT. And they continue to walk in on JT and Kaka, and it's continual harassment.
I'm surprised he decided to go there. Maybe he thought, you know, I'll get the magic stick off, possibly a Photic Shield, will be able to live. But, yeah, lockdown, couple of stuns in a row. Tusk making a rotation on a mid lane. This could be a kill.
A snowball connects on Emo, and they'll finish him off. Dust gets the kill over mid, and a good rotation from MagMa. Ali just a little bit too late. Fortune's in. Purifying Flames! Oh, Dust! So close to dead, and now he refills that bottle with the double damage on the 4-minute rune. That feels really good for this pot. Kaka getting chased by Kaz. Little Earth Spike action, but...
Two supports from the bottom lane decided to move on, get something done on the mid lane, so both of the heroes left alone on the bottom are getting a lot of farm. 30 on Troll, 26 on Bristleback.
What kind of build is it that you're expecting from Fly on this Troll?
I've not seen Troll Mag in quite some time. You don't need a farming item, so like Yasha, BKB sounds okay. Does he even need a BKB? I don't think he needs a BKB this game, to be honest. Like, you're playing only into Puck, pretty much. Like, they have a BKB piercing ability from Tusk. Yeah, I think you can just get the SNY. I think SNY is the build here. Be able... status resistance against Puck in general just feels very nice.
They'll chase Kaz, and now they've got the Hex. With the Spear, JT lands his second kill, and his second one on Kaz. MagMa looking again over mid. This time a lot more aware. Have that ward there. There is a ward in an interesting spot from the Dire that kind of peeks out behind the tier 1 tower and in front on the river. That was just placed. Thinking about the RP, and Dust also level 6, but bottom, Fly and Ollie here looking over at TZY, trying to see if they could slow down this Bristleback's game at all. Kaz coming over mid after dying and refills that bottle for Dust. Dream Coil. And there's MagMa. RP on a 3. They all walk into this. There's the Fortune's End. Snowball doesn't save Dust, and now they've got another stun on a MagMa. This is just falling apart real quick.
Yeah, this is where you pause the game. If this is a pub game, you pause, you type in a question mark, you say sec, please, door, whatever, you tip them, because this one backfired. Like, they gave him a perfect setup pretty much. Magnus is a hero that gains a lot of strength per levels and very hard to take down. You have a magic stick. They were also ready for this type of rotation. Ollie finds that observer board you were talking about.
I think it's a nice little D-ward there, getting himself a little bit more gold. And this is Magnus. His strength gain is 3.5. Like, that's a lot per level.
Not even 4. Yeah, he's level 7, and great RP usage, turns around mid-air, skewers them back to the towers. I hear Spear again.
Yeah, 3 heroes up towards top. But if you're MagMa, don't you expect that to come out? Like, you're literally right up on the Magnus, and nobody else was there yet.
What could possibly go wrong? It's one of those moments before the disaster. So, yeah, something we don't usually see. Tier 1 tower off lane for Radiant, falling so quickly. 7 minutes in, you're playing against Lycan. So yeah, that's kind of understandable. And yeah, they didn't get the kill from the first shapeshift, but they got a tower, which is okay.
Spear lands, Fortune's End, followed up. They've got the Hex as well as the Dream Coil coming in with silence on both the Lion as well as the Magnus. They'll get the kill on the Kaka. They'll look over as the air spike comes out a little bit late, but Emo sitting low. Shockwave hits, but he'll not survive this one. Dust with the double kill. Not only that, they'll take the stacks. Good little movement there from MagMa. It is high commitment, though, from them.
This is exactly what they need if they want to be in this game, get the pressure going. With Lycan, they just invaded stack, which is pretty nice. Also, they have double save. Snowball plus a Photic Shield. Also, some heals coming up from the Viscoil. It's level 1 only, but works okay. And look at the build. Puck going into Spirit Vessel straight away. I've seen personally in Europe a lot of Pucks just getting an urn, not necessarily upgrading to Spirit Vessel,
right?
Because it's dispellable by Oracle. He has 2 abilities to dispel it.
Oh, Emo! I know Camera wasn't on it exactly as they go for Kaz and get the kill, but Emo just whiffed RP.
Yeah, that's why camera was not on. Like, our boy Vepas did not want to embarrass him.
Sorry, I had to out you right there, Emo, but I mean, people would see that it is on cooldown and you didn't get anything from it, so... Ooh. Just a little bit of a soapy play too. It wasn't even that, like... It was just a little quick illusory orb, John. Right out of range. JT working third in the net worth right now, going Yule's first item. So looking for the Yule's spear combo.
Good way of dodging things, dispelling them.
Shockwave, Skewer coming through, and now the Earth Spike to follow it up in the Fortune's End. They've got him locked down. Big kill on Shylock. I don't know why he's getting caught alone like that.
Oh, I'm getting some flashbacks from Shylock Lycan. I think it was the first game or second game of MagMa where he was just using ulti straight away and then trying to find people instead of, you know, getting the vision. But he popped this first and then tries to find someone. And it happened multiple times in that game, I remember.
Yeah, that was the first day of the DPC for China. All the way back when they played Emo. So, you know, it felt like Shylock was lost. He would continue to ult, run around like you said, and they didn't really find much out of it. He gets caught out there. Royal Jelly for both teams. Possessed Mask picked up by the Magnus. So we'll see where that gets sent off to.
So Troll deciding to get a Maelstrom still. You know, it doesn't feel like Mag as a core will be playing around him. This is something that I like always pretty much talked about whenever there's like Mag plus whoever. If it's a core Mag, you can't rely on him that he's gonna be with you all the time, empowering you. He wants to empower himself.
Yeah.
You know, first yourself, then the rest of the team.
You used to see that, like, support Mag just follow around the character.
Yeah, as a core Mag, you are not allowed to do that.
Basically, like, Dota.
Mag looks very dead on the top lane.
Dream Coil comes in, and Shockwave, Walrus Punch out onto Emo. Dead for now the third time this game. He's 3 of the 4 deaths. So I guess that does mean that Troll has had a completely open game. He's 100 gold away from picking up the Maelstrom. He's level 10 already. He's in a very decent spot. Hex, Earth Spike with the Arena as well as the Spear. He'll get up onto JT, use that finger, get the kill, look over now at the Tusk. TZY already gone. Yan on the run, getting his mana drain slowed up. Aphotic Shield on him. Shards to block out IG, but the root is timely, and there's another one. So they get the kill to Yan. Maybe even think about going on to Kaz, but here comes the side of MagMa. They'll get the kill on Ollie. They'll take out the Oracle. Ends up being a 2-for-1.
It's a level Necro. It's a level 3 Necro, so a lot of damage coming out from this, coming out from the Wolves. JT so far pretty much having a perfect game. 5-0, going towards that Yule Scepter you were talking about to be able to get rid of the silences, and it's just a good setup for the Spear.
The tier 1 mid, Maelstrom finished, Oracle refilling JT's bottle, so Ollie refills JT's. Dust coming around the back, I like this little wraparound. Dream Coil perfectly placed on it too. They're gonna both snap it, but Earth Spike was on a 3 RP! Huge here from Emo, down goes Dust. Yan follows into the grave, Kaz is not shortly after dead, and while TZY he'll run, not sure he gets out of this one. Slowed up by Fly, pulled back by Emo, and they are on him and ready to kill off a 4th. Oh man, what an RP from Emo.
I mean, they're fighting into ward. They actually have vision on the high ground near the Radiant Tier 2 tower mid, so like they should be aware that that's gonna happen. And such a great play from Kaka, you know, landing that, I believe it was a 4-man Earth Spike. Let's see that one again. Like, they can see them. They can see them uphill. They probably thought, you know, we'll be able to silence Lion and silence the Oracle, but the Oracle gets the ulti off, and it's just, you know, a disaster. They can't afford to make these mistakes because you have a lineup that is relying on taking the fights, like, early on, and Lycan just died once. So not that big of a deal, but you know, you still need to be able to just snowball if you want to win this game. He's going for Orchid as his second item, something that we've seen as well in the Southeast Asia region, to be able to control a couple of heroes.
Potentially that Oracle, go for him first, make sure he doesn't get that false promise out, kill him, go for someone else.
I don't think I've seen Troll being empowered once this game.
Maybe in that last fight?
Maybe there is something in the latest patch notes. Like, if you use it on yourself, you can't use it on the teammates. Just kidding. There's nothing.
I think I read that. Maybe?
You remember how there was, like, fake patch notes?
People would
Before,
make them
before, and then you read those. Like, sometimes they were true, sometimes, most of the time, they were not. So, like, you read them, and then you read the right ones, and suddenly it's a lot of bad information in your head because you don't know which one is real.
Yeah, I had to stop reading those because I was bringing that information into casts. It was not good. They set up here with their smoke. Looking to potentially just get themselves a tier 1 tower. JT ready. Right here in these trees, just in case anybody were to TP in, but nobody has. Fly, by the way, he's picked up the point booster. I don't think he has anything queued up just yet.
I don't want this, you know, to be Aghanim Scepter. They have one silence, possibly two, coming on from the Abaddon, but not going to happen most likely. And you see Lycan, he's showing his quarterstaff. So you know he's going for the silence. You can't get rid of the silence with the Aghanim Scepter. I'm not a big fan of that item. Like, it's a lot of investment, but yeah, he's committing. Aghanim Scepter queued up. Nothing we can do about it.
Maybe he's gonna finish Scotty. Change off.
No. He bought staff. If he bought any other component, you know, it could easily be turned into SNY, into BKB, but he's fully committed now.
Just I'm giving him an out, just in case. Oh. Point, Dream Coil Skewer pops. That's actually not the best Dream Coil there for Dust, considering how tanky Emo is at the moment. They're going to snowball all the way in. MagMa now. RP comes in again! Whoa, Nelly! They got the kill on him. MagMa, they'll take out Emo.
Get inside of the arena.
They've gotten themselves the false promise on Akaka. That's not going to keep him alive, though. They get the kill on the TZ while they're taking him to third. Looking over Kaz. The chase is on for the Abaddon. Yules up into the air, and eventually Kaz dies to the God's Rebuke. Shylock gets the tower, Shylock gets a kill. Shylock goes back up towards top.
Again, sick reactions. Oli using False Promise on the Lion to keep him alive. Problem is they have 4 melee heroes, so they need to group around into like Whirling Axes, into Earth Spike, Arena. Easy setup from JT. JT so far didn't even die once. He's going Desolator as his second item. That's how confident he feels at the moment.
I love the Mars Deso call. There was a wolf in the pit. They evacuate, leaving Roche at about half health. Imp Claw for Troll. Actually, he sends that back. So he's still holding on to the Possessed Mass. I believe is one component away from Ags.
Yep, Ags done. So you can dispel enemies, you can dispel a Aphotic Shield. What else can you dispel? That's pretty much it. And you can dispel yourself. You can dispel silences. You can dispel goo possibly. Tag team is non-dispellable. Slow from Volrus Punch. So, yeah, not too many things he can dispel off in this game.
Wolves back in the pit, and again that sends IG out. TZY now takes a step in. Throwing Viscous Nasal Goo on him, and now they've got the Orchid on the Lycan. I think IG need to be a little bit careful about how they play this. Could go poorly, but they do have RP in 8 seconds, so they might want to fight on that timer. As well as the Echo Saber coming in for Emo. TZY continuing to throw Viscous Nasal Goo onto Roche. They'll slow him up. RP committed. That's only onto TZY, but they should be able to get the kill onto the Bristleback on the backline zone. They've got 3-man Dream Coil used up into the air, as well as the Huck Hex. They get the kill on the Dust. Arena down 2 heroes. And while Shylock, as well as MagMa, are caught This is going to be at least Mian dead, going over for Shylock as he starts to run. JT trying to get in front of him, use that God's Rebuke to push him back. As the spear lands onto TZY and spears him over onto the cliff to get the kill to JT. They'll take out his 8-time spree. Shylock getting away with that, but TZY, he's gone. Kaz, he might fall.
They can go back into the pit, secure the Roshan. RP only on one hero and the most tanky one, Bristleback. Abaddon was standing close to him. Aphotic shield, couple of heals. They couldn't take him down quickly enough. Fly just pops his ulti, tries to get him there. You know, doesn't happen, but once they regroup, and we can see why Lycan is not picked into Troll. He's not picked especially into Mars, because you can't get, like, if they feel threatened, they can just get inside of the arena, because that's the safe place to be. Yeah. Or you can't leave, which what just happened. Like Lycan, he wants to be able to maneuver in the team fights, cut into backline. Mars Arena just doesn't allow you to do that.
It's Shylock. He still gets away with a kill there, but you can see that he is very uncomfortable once that arena comes down. By the way, JT, he gave us a little bit of hope that he was going for the Desolator, but switches off, buys an Ogre Axe, and then is now going into the BKB.
Much safer play. I prefer that. You know, Deso is showing dominance. We feel very secure fighting right now, but with the BKB, he doesn't care about Puck at all. Puck has that Spirit Vessel, Blink Dagger. What about Mars, friend? He's getting a kill.
Spear misses, borrowed time. Now they've got the Hex. Should stay on him. They have the stun following up in the finger.
Even a finger. I mean, Arcane Rune is there, so I can understand that. Just want to get that stack. Some extra damage.
Only he was able to get that once it was level 2. A little bit of a shorter cooldown. But Kaka's starting to build up stacks. He's got 3 finger stacks. It's not the, what did Black get? 6 stacks in 1 Ag's finger the other day?
Yeah.
Actually disgusting. When you just get to instantly boost up by 240 damage for your ultimate. That's only on a short cooldown with Ags. No Grimstroke in this game, so no Soulbind finger shenanigans.
And MagMa, they missed their timing. Like right now, you can feel they're struggling. They're not putting any like real pressure on the map. They're pretty much just playing defensively at the moment.
Backing off for the moment. Yeah, man, out and caught once more. Ollie with another kill there. This is getting a little bit tough for MagMa. Like you said, they missed their timings, and it's starting to fall apart. TZY and Kaz are caught in the arena. Earthspike comes in. I actually think I missed it. Junko on the backline, looking over at both these supports. They get the kill on the TZY. They still have the silences onto the Oracle, but they can't get the kill just yet. Shylock, he's not going in, and now he's hit by the RP. So they'll get this kill on the Shylock as they've hexed up Kaz. Doesn't use the Hex on the Lycan, and instead guarantees them a second kill. Dust does come from behind and kill off Kaka, but when you're losing your supports for 4 kills, I think that's certainly worth it, and a tier 2 mid.
I can understand why MagMa is going for the plays that they're going for. You know, they need to take out these supports first. But oh, Mars could be in trouble.
Goes Scepter. Essence Ring, BKB, fly low, and we'll lose that Aegis.
Puck will go in probably a bit low on mana. BKB still there, has that Essence Ring extra HP, keeping him alive.
Chasing fly, but it just feels like there's no chance.
3-second Dispel mechanic. With that Aghanim Scepter, every single time he throws a goo, instant Dispel by the Troll.
Just 7K, like, MagMa in a tough spot. Timings are getting even further and further away from them. So, Emo's hitting a bunch of 3, 4-man RPs.
They're just the casual ones.
Do you dare go to Horn Toss, pick up that shard?
I have not seen that shard at all. Like, Mag is not that popular in competitive scene, nor in pubs, and I don't think I've seen it in action. I've seen it in the demo mode. Looks like a meme.
Potentially. But Emo might make it very popular here. Shylock coming in. They do get the skewer on a dust. Yule's up into the air. Does he miss the illusory orb? Yes, he does. But he's able to phase shift, blink away, get some distance. Shylock used shapeshift and didn't do anything with it. Again, it's back to confidence and using those ultis and not finding an opening. It's really continuing to miss your timings when you do that.
Puck also not going for damage, not going for the right-click items. Instead, decided to go for the spell amp, root cast range, amplify the damage from the spirit vessel, going into Dagon. But yeah, you're not gonna scale it. That's my worry. Even if you wanna, it's a good item build. Don't get me wrong. Especially if you're playing from ahead, but if you're playing from behind, if your carry is Lycan, then you need to start thinking about what happens post the 35-40 minute mark.
TZY tries to pop that illusion rune and avoid the spear, but Earthspike finger
good
comes
save.
in, but the snowball is there to save. So no extra stack for Kaka. That was really well done there by MagMa, who has a blink dagger now. The arena down around Shylock. Shylock, he's without his ulti for another 23 seconds. The spear does land on the edge of the arena. They get the kill on the Kaka. They'll lose Shylock, though. Kaz on the run, popping the borrowed time. TZY can only show his back. That's what's helping him, but another RP.
Two-man RP.
Everybody that is alive except for the Puck. Well, MagMa, TZY, and Kaz.
They have no creeps. Puck is just cutting the wave right now. So they can't get this tower. They're trying, they're giving their best, but sometimes your best is not enough because you can't still take the tower.
And that, again, Emo just setting up perfectly with the RPs. He's got 2,500, 2,600 gold. Shard, give us the horn toss.
You do not want to have a horn toss in this game. We see it every single time it happens. Let's say there's a Tusk, there's a Tiny. With the Mars, you throw them into the air, then a spear, he gets out. Same thing could happen with the horn toss.
True. I didn't even think about it like that.
That's why I'm here, Big Up.
We have seen that
Talk about, the stupid interactions, memes, and sometimes decent analysis.
What are the percentages on that mixture?
It's 40-40-20.
We won't say where the percentages lie with each category, though. Just keep it at those numbers. Kaka, JT looking for an opportunity. They'll find it on the TZY. Hex, Earthspike, now Snowball going to the back lines. However, Fly's here to help. Spear lands, a little bit of a heal coming in from Ollie. They'll take out MagMa, but on the back lines is Shylock going with that Orchid, and, well, they cannot get this Oracle away, and they can't actually get the line. They look over at Shylock, they've got an arena down him. He can't escape from that for the moment for pretty much the rest of the duration of his metamorphosis. That it turns him into a wolf. He shapeshifts, he turns into a wolf, and well, now he's no longer the big bad wolf, and now it doesn't seem like the big bad scary team that they were. MagMa lose both Dust and TZY. Lycan can only just run. Kaz comes in, because why not? And he'll use that borrowed time, but eventually you have to give it back, and that's what he does.
And just so much lifesteal. Now Troll has a full... What is it going? Heart, actually, not going for Satanic. Interesting. So, super tanky. They don't have enough damage to burst him, and his Whirling Axes, and there's the range one with the slow, or the one with the mischance is just causing a lot of issues. Fly, 0 deaths on this Troll, even if he decided to go for a different route, like get SNY, Satanic Basher, probably would still end up with 0 deaths in this game.
Going straight to your force, okay. Well, they thought of it. Now they'll go to the top set, okay. Thought for a moment they might want to go for the tier 4s, but people respawning on the side of MagMa, looking like, well, maybe it's not so easy to just go tier 4s.
Yeah, we've seen 2 fights before, like great save from Tusk. Lion's Finger has 0.25 second delay on that damage. I'm not sure why that's still a thing. It's actually from Dota 1 days. Arena.
Find themselves TZY once again. And like that, they will crack the back that is made of bristles. And, okay. Dream Coil on the 3. Shylock still trying to get a kill here onto the Oracle, who goes into the Shadow Amulet, but they have a sentry down, so they still spot Ollie. They get the Kaka Kaka with the Walrus Punch coming out from MagMa. BKB's been popped by JT. Got 2 kills there, still 18k lead for IG, maybe still looking to go in. TZY's back alive again, and well, this is not the spot you want to be in, Bristleback, and for you, Kaz, well, that's a problem too. Spirit Vessel, Silence, on a fly, continuing to try and kite this troll, but the winds just aren't blowing enough for the kite to stay in the air. TZY rooted up, taking these right clicks, and eventually he's going to get low enough where he might die, but the snowball saved with the RP coming in. And again, that's on multiple heroes, in which both will eventually die. And I say that though, TZY turns around with the Aphotic Shield, they get the kind of fly. Shylock rips apart this troll. JT throws up an arena, out goes the God's Rebuke, but the Walrus punches in onto the Mars. They'll take out JT. IG starting to lose some numbers, and will finally fully back away from this fight. MagMa holding on, maybe?
I think at this point, IG is just having too much fun. The way they play, the way they itemize. This Spirit Vessel, you could see it. On the troll, he's not regening that much. Roche, let's see if he doesn't even have buyback.
Oh, Dust. I don't know if the Dream Coil, that was a bit of a miss.
Has been killed.
But he was trying to make a play happen. Forces them back, gets some zoning. Now they're in a Roche. Maybe it's a Dream Coil that gets them Roche, even though it didn't hit anybody.
Yep, Roche secured, so Bristleback has Aegis, has Cheese in the backpack.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I think I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on one. Zoning Dream Coil for Roche.
We've seen a lot of zoning spells throughout the Dota history. You know, zoning black holes. Most of the time, they're zoning chronospheres, my favorite ones.
Talk about a hero that we just don't see anymore.
Yeah, he's just straight up dead.
I know Void was kind of getting frustrating,
unplayable.
but I love watching that hero. I don't know if you're listening, Ice Frog, but get him in the mix.
We've had enough. You know, we cycled him out. He was very popular for a year or so.
Kaz dead again and start to chase. This Magnus Dream Coil comes out onto the Oracle. He'll snap it. Spirit Vessel trying to survive. No chance. Dagon hits. Ollie dead. All of a sudden, IG, they're losing more than they'd like. This was a single-digit amount of kills for MagMa when they were approaching the high ground a little bit earlier. Now they've got 20. So things are starting to maybe go MagMa's way. Wheels up into the air. They've got the spear that lands right into the tree. Silence TZY. Loses that Aegis. Now they got to try and retaliate, but they don't have Dream Coil to work with. Earth Spike as well as the arena coming in. Now the RP. No, Walrus Punch. That's out on the Evo. They get the kill on the Yam Yam. Now they'll use the RP. That lands on 2, so maybe the Walrus Punch hurts them instead. All 3 heroes don't have buyback. They go after the puck. They've called GG. All this is now just for show, and they can't get the kill anyway just yet. Do they get him before it goes? No.
IG, they were toying with their prey. In the end, they let them get the Roche, you know.